What's up, Naillistas? We are back with another video, and where I'm at, it's currently March 30th, and it is 1:12 a.m. So I figured since I can't sleep, I might as well get some work done, and I want to put more time into my YouTube channel. So I did these nails earlier tonight, actually like a couple hours before I'm doing this voiceover. I did this on my Facebook Live, so I do apologize if the angles aren't that great. Um, I'm going to try to edit this and make sure that you guys can see exactly what it is that I'm doing. So here what we're doing is we are making some uh, encapsulated flower nails. That's what we're doing here. So let's see here. I want to try to mess with the view a little bit. And some of it might be out of frame. However, I think if we leave it like that, y'all can get a good view of what I'm doing. So I'm going to do this in real time. So if there's something that you don't want to see, I did cut some of it out. It is 50 minutes long. It was 57 minutes long. I did not speed this up. It is in real time because I have had a couple of people that request that I keep it in real time so they can actually learn my hand motions and see exactly what it is that I'm doing. I will not foul in this video. If you want to see fouling techniques that I use, feel free to comment below and request a fouling video. Otherwise, I leave that out because that's my least favorite part of doing nails. So what I'm doing is I just laid a slip layer of clear, crystal clear acrylic by Mia Secret, and then I am laying that flower. And these are some flowers that I ordered, I believe, off of Amazon a couple years ago. So they're pretty, if not now, then never. I need to use them. So I'm just making some press-on tips with these flowers. And what you're seeing here is I am putting the clear over, kind of sandwiching that flower in that acrylic. Okay. And I have not fouled these nails yet. So there aren't any pictures just yet available. However, if you want to follow me on my IG, I will post pictures there once I'm complete with the set. So I am just going in and laying that acrylic. Now, what I wanted to do on this voiceover, I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to just give positive affirmations because I know that a lot of people that are entrepreneurs, business owners, what have you, licensed professionals, we get encouraged, right? Or we get disencouraged. We get discouraged, you know. I don't even know if disencouraged is a word, but we get discouraged is what I wanted to say. And I want to give some positive affirmations while you're watching this video. So if you are a nail tech, if you are a mall, if you are a hairdresser, if you make plates, if you are a caterer, if you're a baker, whatever it is that you do, if you watch children and you have your own business and, you know, you're feeling discouraged, I want you to watch this video and just listen to these affirmations. Okay? And this is for all of us. I'm in this too. Because it's easy, especially if you're on social media, it's easy to see those negative things. So, in 2022, your business will take off. Your clientele will grow. You are doing a great job. Keep going. If you have to block people and leave them by the wayside, so be it. Your peace is more important. Your confidence in yourself. Believe in it. You have confidence for a reason. And don't stifle your light for anybody. You're great at what you do. Those are some things that us professionals, as entrepreneurs, business owners, whatever you want to call yourself, owners, CEOs, we don't get enough of that. We don't get enough praise. Um, it's just, that's just what it is. There are a lot of YouTube channels that you guys can go on and watch where people, you know, fake it till they make it, pretty much. There are a few nail technicians that I like to watch that will share their bad experiences. And I believe that sharing the bad will help someone else deal with that situation should it arise in their life. So I want to thank those nail techs that I watch that share their stories. Drippy Nails, um, a few other ones. Ta Barbie, she likes to share sometimes when she has a difficult client in her chair. I'm trying to think off the dome. So I want to thank you guys and any other nail tech that, if you make videos and you have your story times, you know, Pop by Cherry. I don't know if she still does nails, but when she used to do nails, I used to watch her channel, and she honestly reminds me a lot of myself. She tells it like it is, and she ain't sparing nobody's feelings. She's another one who I thank for sharing her bad experiences, as well as her good ones. So I thank you guys and gals. I thank you guys for watching this video. I thank you for your interactions. Every positive comment that I receive on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or what have you, I accept it. And I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. It's real difficult sometimes to wake up and still do the same thing every day, and you feel like you're not getting anywhere with it. That's how you know it's your passion, because no matter what, you're going to keep pushing and keep striving. That's what this video is for. As you all watch me work, I want to continue to pour out positivity. There's enough negative people and negative views in the world. So I want this to be a place where you all can come, enjoy the nails, also learn about nails, but also get fed spiritually with positivity. Because there's a lot of power that lies in the tongue. You can speak life or you can speak death. And I speak life into my business, Nailspiration LLC, and any other business out there that is just a one-person show. You keep the books, you do the service or you provide the product, you make sure your inventory is straight, you do your own taxes. I mean, literally do everything. Just know that you're not alone, because I am one of those entrepreneurs right now that does not have a team. It seems as if, as of lately and in the past, I've been getting more negative interactions than positive ones. Keep going. Just know that it's your talent. And those people that treat you bad, they don't mean you any well anyway. They probably see your talent and just see dollar signs and either want to extort you or use you for their personal gain anyway. So keep going. Like I said in the positive affirmations, if you have to leave people by the wayside, so be it. That's not a mark against you. The best business owners, I look at the billionaires, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kanye West, Rihanna, and so many other ones, Elon Musk. Those people aren't sitting around on social media and wondering about what people have done and people have said. Those people are fearless. All of those people that I've named, and many more, are very fearless. They almost have Kanye West is very cocky, but he's human nonetheless. He feels, he has feelings. So those people almost have they desensitize from what naysayers and everyday ordinary people have to say about them. Also, you don't see them just sitting around and wasting time with people that don't pay their bills. So you gotta, in order to, progress and have success, you have to prioritize your time. And sometimes that means you won't be able to make new friends. You won't be able to have time for the friends that you have. Sometimes you might have to sacrifice family time. You know, it really isn't an easy thing to start your own business, but it is possible. And you already made it past the first step. You got started, you have your LLC, and your foot is already in the door. So why give up? Don't let negative encounters, because they happen to all of us, do not let that deter you from your goal. That does not define you. The negatives do not define you. For example, say you got your first bad review on Google, and it was one of those situations where you knew that you did all you can do to try to, make this customer feel accommodated. but they still went ahead and went on Google and left your business a bad review. You can handle that in a multiple different ways. You can ignore it, which I would say is the worst thing you could do, or you can go in and respond. And I see a lot of businesses doing this. You can go in on their Google and respond to the negative review and share with the world what you tried to do to accommodate. That way, somebody that's visiting your page or your business, your Google business profile may say like, okay, well, this person was just being overbearing, and they that saves your reputation of your business. People still go to people regardless if they have bad reviews. I've gone to several businesses and had bad service. And then I go and look at their Google after the fact, and I'm like, oh, no wonder they only got 3 stars, or they only got 2.5 stars. I shouldn't have went there. But you know, every opportunity that you have to turn it around, you should take it. So I would suggest, doing the latter, going on there and explaining the situation, or you can try to once again, accommodate that customer, um, and turn it around, and hopefully they go back in and change their review and leave a positive one. So those are different things that you can do about that. That's just one example of the many things us entrepreneurs have to deal with. Not only are we dealing with our customers or clients, whether we're selling a service or a good, but we have to deal with people on the back end. Like for me, I have to go get nail supplies. So when I go into the nail supply store, I have to deal with those people that sell me my supplies, or different merchants or what have you. And they're really nice, by the way. The people at the nail supply store are very nice, very helpful. But yeah, so there's different encounters that we have. The clients and the customers are just one small aspect of it. Yeah, they are the front line, because they're the ones that are keeping you in business and keeping your business, successful, because they're purchasing from you said service or good. But we have to reserve our energy as entrepreneurs. We have to reserve our energy for other interactions. I had somebody say to me, "Oh, it's just nails," and they are a nail tech too. No, it's not just nails for me. This is my passion. This is my calling. It's not just nails. But I get what they were trying to convey, that you take it a little too serious, or at the end of the day, it's just nails. There's nothing you can do if they're disgruntled, and they choose to be disgruntled. But I beg to differ with that statement. It's not just nails for me. Like I said, it's my passion. It's my calling. It's my talent. I love doing it. In this video, you're seeing me do nails on full coverage tips. These are press-ons. They're not for a client. They're just nails that I'm doing because I need to get rid of some products, such as these dried flowers. I need to get rid of them. So it's not just nails for me, you know? And if it was just nails, I would be in it for just the money. If that was the case, I probably would have given up a year ago before I even really got started. So if you are a new business owner, let me go furthermore and tell you that you're going to have, it's inevitable, you're going to have those people that you just cannot make happy. Whether it's business partners, whether it's customers, you're going to have those interactions. My greatest suggestion to you is to just see where you can grow from that. See where you can grow from that. Okay? So I've been encapsulating these nails, and I've been really into what I'm saying to you all. Here, I had stepped away for a second. Not sure, because I haven't really been paying attention to the screen. I've just been really in the moment. And I feel like I'm really ministering to someone's spirit, because I know that, and these are very trying times that we're in. So pats on the back to all of us who started a business 2019, 2020, 2021, or 2022, this year. These are very trying times. We are living in a time of uncertainty. Grocery prices have gone sky high, gas, everything. The cost of living has gone up. Whispers about war and things like that. And then we just got out of a pandemic, or it's an ongoing pandemic actually, but we just got out of quarantine, so society is different now. This is a very unique time to be starting a business. However, it's a great time at the same time, because better now than never, right? So I commend each and every one of you that are listening to this and you have started a business within the last 5 years and you're still running it. There are businesses that literally had to shut their doors here where I'm at, and I know everywhere, all over the world, because either they didn't get the PPP loan, or they just had to close their doors because that was just the last straw for their business. They couldn't withstand the hit of COVID. Um, there's and in this industry that I'm in, it really affected. People are still afraid to go and get services such as hair and nails because of the possibility of being infected with that virus. So, and then there's people that may not have the best health that used to go out and feel free, and now they feel like, and I'm one of those people, I have asthma, so I don't go out like I used to. Um, Even though there's no mask mandate, I still like to wear my mask in most places. Um, I have to really make sure that I'm eating right and exercising and taking care of myself, because I don't want to have to fight that virus again. So um, there's people that just their lives have forever been changed, and we don't know if it'll ever go back to how it used to be. And I don't foresee it going back. I feel like this is our new normal. This is our new normal. This is our new society. And we're all in this trying to adjust to the changes. There's places that used to be jam packed that aren't packed anymore. You know, um, so I commend each and every one of you that are listening to this, and if you have a business that you just started, that is very brave of you. And hang in there. Just know you're not by yourself. That is why I come on here and I share the stories that I share, and I'm uncensored and unfiltered with my feelings, because sometimes you can feel like you're alone and you don't have anyone to talk to or anyone that's relatable. A lot of people that are on YouTube and all these, YouTube personalities, and they don't seem relatable sometimes. Sometimes they feel like, it seems like they're just, oh, everything's perfect, and everything can be done flawlessly. But that's not reality, you know. And some YouTubers, they do a good job of expressing that. They just don't dwell on it, and it's good not to dwell on it. Now, every video, I don't come on here and talk about the negatives. I talk about, the task at hand, which is the nails. I like to answer people's questions and do demonstrations of different things. However, I like to really drive the point of how difficult this is, because there are those people that have gotten in this industry just because they think it's a quick come up for some, money. And, you know, it's hard work. I commend somebody that can just get into this industry, make a quick 5,000 and bounce. That's tough, you know. And just to give y'all a little insight, I didn't even make 5,000 last year, because it was my first year. I didn't make that much, so I don't have no problem sharing that. Most businesses, their first year, they're not making anything. You're doing good if you're sustaining. If your business run itself, like if you make enough to pay the lights, the rent, and whatever else other expenses that you have for your business, if it runs itself, then you're doing darn good for your first year. So I pat myself on the back, and you should feel good about yourselves too. If your first year of business, if you made a little extra, hey, praise God for that. Because there's people that do it, and within the first 6 months to a year, they said, I was in way over my head, I'm quitting. And they give up, unfortunately. You have to be in a business owner, you have to be persistent, consistent, uh, courageous, tenacious. You have to be relatable, social. There's a lot of different hats you have to wear. So it's not just nails. For me, it's not just nails, because I'm not just a licensed nail tech that works in somebody else's salon. I'm working on getting my own salon, my own space that I can maintain and keep. Like, true definition of self-employed. I don't want to be halfway self-employed and, a commission worker. Not knocking anybody else that does that, because we need those people to do those things too. It just doesn't work for me, especially in the area that I'm in. It doesn't work. So right here, I'm just adding more flowers onto the nail, and you just pretty much go in and lay thin layers. You don't want to patch it on too thick. As you can see, I'm brushing it and making sure those layers are thin so I can get a full, even coverage of that clear acrylic over those flowers. And as you can see, you'll see me struggle with these pink flowers. They're very brittle, and the stems didn't want to lay flat. So I just kept working with it, kept damping my brush, and making that flower work the way I want it to. I wasn't going to be defeated by these flowers. So that's some things that I wanted to share on this video. I just wanted to come and spread some positivity and some encouragement. All right, so I'm just cleaning my brush here. I am getting over yet another cold. This is my second time within the last 30 days of catching a slight little cold, and that's because the weather is just up and down, and it's everywhere. It's all over the country. Like today was 60 degrees, but it has been like 30s and 40s this past week. And the week before that, it was like 60s and 70s. So that is going to make you sick. I don't care who you are, unless you're just, taking your emergency and making sure you're full of antioxidants and things like that. It's inevitable. And even if you do all that stuff, you can still get sick. So it's just the weather. So I have a head cold. So I do apologize if I sound a little scratchy and a little sniffly. I'm still working for you guys. One of my New Year resolutions was to make sure that I post, and give YouTube a fighting chance. And I've kind of been slacking, but here I am making another video. And I just posted one last week. So if you have not seen that video, make sure after this one, you go over there and check that one out. The last one that I did, it was some autism awareness nails. I will be putting those on here in the next couple days. Probably tomorrow or later on today, I'll be putting those on because I got most of my nails to come off. I am absolutely loving the press-ons. Let's get into that for a second. I'm loving press-ons because you can change your nails quicker than just getting a full set and having all that stuff inlaid on your nails. And I know there's some people that's going to say, oh, I love my acrylic. I love my gel. And there's no problem with that. But for someone like me that, my fingers are my billboards, and I noticed that at times I have made my real nail beds so thin because I do my nails so much, or I wear enhancements so much. The press-ons give your nails a break. All you're putting on your nails is glue or the sticky tabs, which is like a double-sided sticky tape for press-ons. But I use glue. I use KDS glue, and my nails were still on. I had to manually go in and pop them off. It did not take away layers of my real nail. My nails look just as healthy. There's no ridges or rings of fire or none of that. You don't have to worry about soaking them off or anything like that. And I've had these on for a week. The nails that you see in this video, I've been popping them off, and it didn't hurt. It shouldn't hurt to take nails off, and it shouldn't hurt to put them on. It should be a painless process through and through. So if you want to kind of, if you're on a quest to let your nails grow out, but you absolutely love having artwork on your nails, I say order some press-ons, and you can order them from me. So, but there's plenty of great nail techs out here, or people that create press-ons. So that is a great alternative, and I'm loving it because of just the simple fact that I can change my nails out and not have to spend all that time trying to file my own nails and shape my own nails. That's hard to do with your non-dominant hand on yourself. you can't really get the angle straight. So for those of, people that were criticizing my work at first, I was working on myself, and I mastered working on myself, and that's the hardest thing to do, is to work on your own hands. It's easier. It's a little easier for me anyways, in my opinion. It's a little easier working on other people's hands versus your own. So this is a great way for me to have all the great designs. And then too, with my non-dominant hand, I can't really do my lettering and designs the way I can with my dominant hand. So one hand would be designed and the other would be plain. Well, press-ons is a great way for me to have all the designs that I want and both hands looking equally as good. So, more power to the ones that can do both hands and have them both looking good. But I'm not that talented. So I say all that to say this. I'm in love with press-ons. They don't ruin your real nails. Um, you can change them out as often as you like, and they'll last if you glue them on correctly. If you have some good glue, they'll last for you. So even these ones with acrylic and gel on top of them, they're pretty good. So I'm just adding some more of that flower. It almost looked like a cherry blossom. I don't know what kind of flower that is, but let's see if I can zoom in. Can't really see what kind of flower that is. It looks like a cherry blossom. There it is. Sorry guys, I just had a sneezing fit. Like this head cold is just, I feel like I'm getting a little better. I just started feeling sick 2 days ago. So it's just a head cold. I don't have a cough, just sneezing, runny nose, itchy, watery eyes. So that's just my allergies, but it's still a head cold. It's still contagious. So I had to cancel a couple of appointments, but it's okay. It's all good. But look how beautiful that is. Y'all see that? It's something about a clear nail with encapsulated flowers. I love it. I love it. The last video I did not show me encapsulating the puzzle pieces, but on this one you get to see me encapsulate, and just take your time and have fun with it. Don't rush. You know, the more time you take, the better it looks and the less fouling you have to do. Me, I don't like fouling, but I do it because it's necessary. And I know that one thing that I needed to work on, and probably still do, is cutting down my fouling time. My first goal was to get the acrylic application process down. I got that within the first year of me doing nails. Then it was making sure I lay the acrylic good enough to where I don't have to foul as much. I've mastered that. Because that's going to cut down on my fouling. And I've cut my fouling time down too because I lay that acrylic. It's better to just take your time. You know, when you're getting that bead of polymer powder, you do want to wait a little bit before you lay that bead on the nail. I say 5 seconds. You want to wait at least 5 seconds. Let it sit on your brush for 5 seconds, because then that bead is going to glide off your brush onto that nail and have like a gummy almost kind of effect where it's not sticking to your brush. When you move that bead too soon without it curing a little bit, then it runs all over the place. I don't care if it's a medium bead or not. It just, your ratios be off. So try that if you're having trouble with, you know, your bead ratio and things like that. If your beads are too runny, try letting it sit, and try using less monomer on your brush too. So there goes a sniffle. Sorry, you guys. In here, I did not. When you're encapsulating, I didn't leave the bead. I laid it right away. As soon as I put that bead on my brush, I just went ahead and laid it. I didn't wait 5 seconds with some of the beads. Some of them I did wait 5 seconds. But encapsulating, you want really thin layers. You don't want to lay it too thick, because then the nail, then you're going to have to file and take down that bulk, and then you run the risk of fouling off, over fouling and fouling out your design. So sometimes I lay really wet beads to make it thin, just to get that full coverage, to really saturate that design in the nail. And these flowers were really dry, and they had some sticky parts, some, stems that was sticking up. So I just wanted to make sure that I got it good. And I think I did a really good job. Better than what I used to do in school, when I was in school trying to do encapsulated nails. Another thing too, you want to make sure whatever you're encapsulating is able to be encapsulated. Some of those glitters the paints run into the monomer, or into the monomer makes it run. It runs into the acrylic. So you want to make sure whatever you're encapsulating isn't going to bleed and lose its color. These flowers are great because they did not bleed. I don't believe they're real flowers. I believe that they're fake flowers. They may be real. I'm not sure. I got them off of Amazon. But of course, real flowers don't bleed. But the fake ones, some of the fake ones, if they're made out of paper or something and they just dyed them, then they're going to bleed once the monomer, the wet acrylic hits it. So, you just want to make sure whatever you're encapsulating is encapsulatable. Look at there. There's a word. Encapsulatable. So somebody asked me, why did I name my business Nailspiration? Because I like to inspire people. I do. I like to inspire people to be positive and be their best selves, be their best rendition of themselves. Now, that ain't always the case. Sometimes my nails, for some reason, inspire people to just hate and be nasty. And I'm not going to even say that that's my inspiration doing that. But I'll take the blame. Don't care. But I named it Nailspiration because I needed a name on Facebook to stand out from just my government name. And I was like, ooh, Nailspiration. Because I kept seeing all of these nailed by, nailed by, nailed by. I didn't want to be nailed by Mary. I didn't want to do that. I wanted nails in my name, but I wanted to be in the actual name. So I came up with Nailspiration when my nail journey was beginning in school. And it was just, I didn't even know that I was creating a business page that was going to end up being my LLC. I just thought that I was, chronicling my days at school. And so I named that business page Nailspiration. I soon found that there were like 10 other Nailspirations on Facebook. So I tried to hyphenate it. That didn't work. So it let me take Nailspiration too. So that's how it started. The the tag that's under, like, my slogan, Nails That Inspire, is why I came up with, Nailspiration, because I wanted my nails to inspire people. I wanted to inspire all types of people, men, women, children, uh, you know, any age range. I just wanted to inspire people to go after their dreams and not to give up on themselves, because that's what I did. So that's why I named my business that. Another business name I was going to take was More Than Nails. My last name is Moore, Moore. I was going to do More Than Nails because I do more than nails. Um, and that I'll leave something to the imagination. I'm not going to go into that. But, and like I was saying earlier in this video, for me, it's more than nails. It's not just nails. It's more than nails for me. It's my dream. I didn't wake up one day and say, oh, let me do nails because I'm down on my luck and need quick money. It's actually been the opposite. This isn't quick money. It would be quicker for me to go get a job and work 40 hours a week doing something I absolutely hate. and dreading going to that place versus putting in my time and energy into something that I created. And I know in the long run, I'm going to, reap the benefits of my hard work now. It's going to show, it's going to pay off. And, it's mine. I created it. But I'd rather do that than to make the quick money and be miserable working for somebody else. And I think all of us entrepreneurs can relate to that. Look at me. I'm up at 1:30 in the morning recording a voiceover for a video, and I wouldn't have it any other way because I could have put this off till tomorrow. But I'm an overachiever, and why not do it now? I'm up, full of energy, um, and I have the time, so why not do it now? And I love being able to work and do things. I'm great at time management and task management. What's most important. So those things, I've given those great attributes that I have to other companies. I've lent those uh, attributes of mine to other people's businesses. Now it's time to see if I really have what it takes, and I believe I do for myself in my own business. So it's more than nails for me. It's everything. I'm very passionate about it, and sometimes I think people, are taken aback by my passion and my vigor and my lust for doing nails. Yes, I lust it. Okay. I have to do nails. I do nails at least once a day. And all I've been doing is getting better and better. And sometimes I do nails more than once a day because if I have a client, sometimes I'm like in the middle of doing a set and I want to try something different. I'll take a break, do their nails, and get right back to it. So that's why I wanted to name it More Than Nails because it's more than nails for me. It's a childhood dream. And if somebody would have told me 5 years ago that I would be a business owner or a nail tech, I would have been like, "You're right. You're lying." So I'm just going to keep going until, I reach my goals and I see the things that I want coming to fruition. I know a lot of people do vision boards, and those are actually great. Those are great. Before, YouTube made vision boards just so popular, we did that in school. We would cut up magazines. If anybody, comment below if you had a class in high school or junior high where you had to cut up magazines of things you wanted your life. I know that's what we had to do in art class. I believe it was like junior high, sixth grade. Um, what did we want our life to be like? And it was so funny because some of my classmates were like putting all these luxury cars and stuff and jewelry and their spouse who they want, we were just cutting stuff out of magazines and those are a vision board. So I've been knowing about vision boards before the craze of everybody doing them, but they are effective and have a vision board party, you know? I would like to have a virtual one. I might host that. I might host that. I won't be able to provide the glue and that kind of takes the fun out of it because I do have a lot of that stuff, but I might host a virtual vision board party and I don't know, do it like on Zoom so that way I can interact with people and add them to the screen and stuff like that. That would be dope. I know a lot of people have done that since quarantine, but those are effective. Another thing that's very effective too is writing down, and that's something that I've done since the very beginning. Years ago, I wrote down what I wanted my business name to be. I basically wrote a whole business plan and didn't even know that's what I was doing. I just was like, you know what? This is what I envision. This is what I want. And have I met that? No, I'm nowhere near close to that. But I'm not gonna say I'm nowhere near close because, like I said, 5 years ago, if you'd have told me that I was going to be a nail tech or a business owner, I wouldn't have believed you. And we're almost done. I'm just adding some cute pink acrylic to the thumb and the two middle fingers. Now here I'm switching it up and I'm getting bright color. The second color is the color that I was actually trying to grab, but it actually looks cute with the light pink because the flowers are dark and light pink. I know you can't really see that here, but the flowers are dark and light pink. You can't see it very well because I'm using my cell phone camera. But maybe one of these days I'll stop being lazy and get my camera, my Sony camera out and edit that way. I just don't like dealing with the SD card. I'm lazy. But yeah, so write things down. It's just as effective. Um, I wrote down that I wanted to go to school. I wrote down a couple of the schools that I wanted to attend, and I attended both of them. So these are things, it's something about pen and paper. It's something about paper that's, and putting it in your mind, in your heart, in your soul. Just, I hate to use this word because it's overly used. It manifests itself in your life. So make sure you're writing down positive things because for some reason it stays in your subconscious and it's in your spirit. Because I did write down my salon and me going to school, and I even wrote down my baby, my son. So before I was a mom, you know, I always wanted a son, and I wanted daughters too, but I always wanted my firstborn to be a son. And I have one child so far, and he's a boy. So there's power in writing things down, very much so. So I encourage you, if you're listening to this, write things down, you know, and you'll definitely, and then don't be afraid to go back and check them off. I love doing that. I feel a sense of gratification being able to check off, like, oh, I did that, bought a new car, I bought a new car. And sometimes it's years. I have this notebook that I had for years since like 2008. And I would go back like 4 years, 2 years, 6 months, a year later and check the things that I did off. And on one of my pages, I had everything checked off. And I'm like, wow, this is very powerful. It's something more than just wanting it and telling yourself you want it. Writing it down is like signed, sealed, delivered. And you're going to work towards it. It's like you're committing yourself to whatever you wrote down or whatever vision board you did. I want to do a vision board because I haven't done one since grade school, but we're just shaping here, and we have about 8 minutes left of this video, so you're more than welcome to stay and watch till the very end. But that color is very cute. It's like a Pepto-Bismol pink. I did add some, I don't know what color acrylic. I'll mix some stuff together, but I did add some clear to this acrylic to give it that kind of transparent look. And like I said, I did not foul in this video. It just stops after I lay the acrylic on the nails. But I will definitely post pictures to my Instagram and Facebook. If you want to follow, my IG is nail.spiration_LLC. And it's just Nailspiration on Facebook. And it is my logo that you see all over my YouTube channel here. So you'll know it's the right Nailspiration. Or you could do @Mary'sNailJourney in the space bar. In the search engine on Facebook, just do @Mary'sNailJourney, all one word, and it should pop right up. Okay, so we have about 8 minutes left of this video. And here I am just using that pink acrylic that I mixed with some clear. And I was talking about laying beads, and I realized my microphone wasn't recording. So you want to make sure on a nail this size, you're using anywhere between 2 to 4 beads. And the fourth bead should be cleaning up the cuticle area. You don't want to lay a whole bunch of little beads. You don't want to use a too small brush. Like if I was using a size 8, that nail would be lumpy because you can't grab a considerable amount of product to lay over that nail. You're going to be grabbing a whole bunch of little beads and trying to blend them, and it's going to make the nail really lumpy, and you're going to be fouling forever because every nail is going to be lumpy. So this brush that I'm using, this is Model 1's brush. It's size 14. I could stand to go a little bigger because their 14 looks like a 10 to me. But however, that's my backup brush when my other brush is soaking. My other brush is a Kolinsky sable hair brush, and it's a 14 as well. I'm comfortable using a 14. However, when I'm doing long nails, I do like using a 16. Um, a size 8 brush. If I was doing a child's hand with acrylic, I probably would feel comfortable using an 8. But an 8 for me is like if I'm laying flowers. If I'm doing acrylic flowers, I would use an 8. But the first time I was in school, I was forced to use a size 8. And I complained and complained until she finally brought me a size 10 brush. And that was a little bit better, but still, it didn't. The 14 is where it's at for me. So each person is a little different. You might like using a 12. You might like using a 6. It's totally up to you. But if you want to cut down your filing time, use a bigger brush. And my theory was correct. From when I first started doing nails up until now, now I have expertise under my belt, and I've worked on probably close to 100 people's nails, different people, so feet and hands. Um, Probably over 100 actually. I'm probably just being modest, but I still stand on what I said in school. Bigger brush is better, especially on these longer nails like this. So that's one way you can avoid having all those lumps. You want to use the least amount of beads possible, and you want to kind of let that acrylic glide over the nail and let it form over the nail. You don't want to move that acrylic too much. So, you don't want the bead to be runny and just run down the nail either. You want it to kind of just, that's how you know if you got a medium bead, if the acrylic gradually works its way down. And you see how I'm holding the tip downward, down towards the desk. The free edge is facing down. So that's it, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. My video, and hopefully those positive affirmations help someone. If they do, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I have one more nail to do here. This is my last one, and y'all see how that I love it. I love watching acrylic being laid. I don't care who's laying it, especially if it's being laid right. It's like butter. That bead isn't too runny, but it's not too stiff either. You want a good medium bead. So you swipe the side walls. That is very important because you don't want your nails to come out bulky and just lopsided and uneven, and then it's going to look like you overfouled when really you just didn't lay enough product. Okay, so thank you guys for watching this. I hope you enjoyed watching me encapsulate. I hope that the affirmations, those are things you can write them down and tell yourself every day, and I can't stress that enough. Don't ever feel bad for having to let go of a customer or client because you can't do everybody hands. It's just not physically possible. Find the people that are right for you and that's going to treat you the way that you want to be treated. Another thing is there's a difference between somebody giving helpful advice and someone imposing their views of you and trying to tell you how to run your stuff. Don't go for any of that. Just do not, unless, they're your business partner or something like that. But if it's just somebody that's supposed to be coming to get a service, don't let them tell you that your prices are wrong or that you're doing something wrong. Like, do not. Okay? I wish I had somebody say that to me, because I've had it. I had a couple people that tried to, you know, impose their views on my business. It's like, if you don't like the nails, you're just a customer. I don't have a business partner. So if you don't like my nails, then, you know what to do, you know? So just stand firm. Know you're not by yourself. It's tough for all of us. Having a business is a big deal. Don't downplay yourself. Okay? You are worth it. And these are the final look. I'm going to turn the camera around here so y'all can get the final look. And I'm going to shut up and let y'all enjoy the view. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Till next time.